we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna begin with some salutations. And in the sun Bs, we'll be doing a little extra strength stuff. We're gonna be doing like a couple push-ups or your version of said push-ups. And then we'll flow into a standing flow. That's gonna take us like from the front half to the side of the mat, to the back of the mat, to the side and back to the front. So we do like a little mirror flow. So it should be fun. Any props you want, your blocks, that'll probably be the biggest thing for today. Always remember, whenever we do take a chaturanga, it's up to you. Feel free to take that chaturanga. Feel free to, we're already going to be adding a couple push-ups, so you might not want to add that every time, or do. You can also take a cat-cow. Okay, so just when it comes the time, you decide for yourself and go from there. All right, let me spotlight myself. Mute. Everyone's muted. You may groan and moan all you want. All right, so we're going to start class standing. So go ahead and just come up to the front of your mat, and we're going to start in Tadasana. Get my weights out of the way. I think it should not be register on the microphone, but let me know if you're hearing like whirring fan noises, and I will turn it off. Okay, so in Tadasana, position the feet down so you feel comfortable, you feel stable, you got a little space there to move. As the feet ground down into the floor, stand tall and lift the crown up toward the ceiling. Let the shoulders roll up, down, and back so the chest opens slightly. And then we give just the gentlest activation or squeeze in the belly and the core muscles, just so you're standing strong. Close your eyes and really feel your toes root down into the floor. As you take the next few breaths, relax your jaw. Maybe stretch your face a little bit, make a silly face. Relax your eyebrows and take a moment to arrive to class. With a few sighing breaths, as you exhale, release your day, even if it just began. Anything you had before this moment, let it go. And anything you have after class, let it stay in future. I invite you to set an intention or a sankalpa for your class. Anything that seems fitting for today, a small wish for yourself, maybe for one another. As we flow and move and breathe together. When you're ready, you can open the eyes, and if you prefer to keep them closed, you can always do that as well. I'm going to begin with 3 half sun salutation A's. So your Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up, or Bahastasana. Tall in the body, big folds, reach for the floor. This first one we hang. So grab your elbows and sway a little side to side. Shake your head. You can nod yes and shake no. Letting your body move a little freely. Not too shy to bend the knees. Take one more big breath here. But then release your elbows. Inhale up to a halfway lift. So the hands touch the ankles, shins, or knees. Extend the crown forward, fold down again. Inhale, stand all the way up. Big breath, fill up. Reach up, back to Tadasana. We're gonna let each of these half suns stand on their own. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hinging at the hip, we float down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Stand up. Arms reach tall. And Tadasana. One more, arms up. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold down, Uttanasana. Stand up, Ardha Hastasana, arms tall. And Tadasana. Good, take a breath. Roll your shoulders up, around, and back. Take two more. Big circles. And let the arms kind of just hang heavy. And let your head hang down, sway left and right. Just taking a half circle here. Not going all the way around just yet. Good, bring your head to center and then stand up tall. Kind of reconnect to that posture, refine your Tadasana pose. We're gonna turn these into full Surya Namaskar A's. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. And our first Chaturanga Dandasana, hands to the floor, step back. We're gonna find a plank pose and pause for this first one. All right, in each Chaturanga, I'm gonna invite you to take 3 push-ups. So if you'd like to take those, take your 3. You can put your knees down, of course. 1, 2, 3. And then we continue with that Chaturanga. So take it down, find a cobra or up dog, and then press your way back to downward facing dog. This first one, a few breaths, pedal your heels. Maybe shake your head, heavy like a bowling ball. And keep pressing most of your weight back into your feet. Even if your knees bend the whole time, that's totally okay. Take one more breath cycle, full exhale. Look at your hands and step with your right foot to the top. And then your left follows. Inhale, half lift, fold forward, and stand all the way up. Arms tall, we're connecting these. So fold right back down to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Tall, long, and spine, hands to the floor. We prepare for Chaturanga, so I invite you 3 push-ups. 1, knowing you can skip them anytime you want. And then complete your Chaturanga the way you wish with a cobra or an upward facing dog. Downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We meet the back of the mat. Pedal the heels, maybe lift your heels away and rise high up onto the toes. And then send the heels back down. 2 more breaths. Look at the hands, step forward, let the left leg go first, left and then right, half lift, fold forward, stand all the way up, arms overhead, reach tall, and Tadasana. Inhale up, big fold, lift halfway. Hands to floor, Chaturanga. Take your push-ups if you choose. You can always take 1, and then 3. And then finding your back bend. So lifting up, press to down dog. Few big breaths.
Moving in any way you wish. Feet at least hips distance apart. Look at your hands, and I encourage you to try a hop. So 2 feet at a time, hop your feet close, and then adjust any further you need. Half lift, fold forward, stand up, arms overhead, and finish in Uttanasana. Big roll the shoulders, full circles. Good, let the head hang heavy, arms are hanging at the sides. Do semicircle, one side to the other. Bring the head to center. We prepare for our sun B. So in our B, we have a chair pose, Utkatasana. Your feet can be touching. They can have a little space. They can be hips distance. All right, so wherever you feel the most comfortable and where the knees feel like they can project forward and not turn inward. Okay, so you can give that a little test. Just make sure your feet feel good. Let's find Tadasana pose to begin. Inhale, Utkatasana. So sit down. We stay in this first one. Arms traditionally reach up and overhead. If that works for the shoulders today, stick with it. If it's fatigue, try to keep them up there. If it's pain or discomfort, then you can always come to prayer pose. Okay, one more breath cycle. Inhale, and then fold it down. Lift halfway, and our chaturanga. Stepping back, take your 3 or less. Finding the rest of your chaturanga, take it up and press to downward facing. Okay, your right leg lifted off the floor as high as you wish. You can reach it back, you can reach it up. One more breath with that lifted leg. And step your right foot up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana, come all the way up. Take a moment, arrive, back foot is down at an angle, that front knee projects forward over the toes. Okay, here we're gonna add 3 hovers. So inhale, reach up, exhale, reach forward, let the body find this big, long, straight line as the hands reach forward and out. Good, back to the top, and hover. One more up, and hover. Back to the top, and chaturanga, hands to the floor, step back. Any number of push-ups. The whole class is not going to involve chaturangas, so we're getting them in right here at the beginning. Find your back bend, and then press to down dog. Left leg lifts off the floor. Finding 3-leg dog. Stay one more breath. Look forward, sweep the foot forward. Virabhadrasana, foot drops, and then we stand. Nice. Arrive to this pose. Lean to the front knee. Inhale up, and then exhale, reach forward, long line. Back up to the top. And hover. One more up, and hover. One more to the top, and hands to the floor, step to your chaturanga and or push-ups. Coming to your back bend, inhale, exhale, find your way to downward facing dog. Good, take some big cycles of breath here. This is our rest, quote unquote. So feel free to take a child's pose. Feel free to drop to your tabletop. We can hang in a forward fold and wait for the group there. We have 2 more sun Bs, so just knowing that can plan ahead. You look forward, step with the right foot, and then the left. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit. We stay. This first round, we're going to hold a little longer. Those muscles nice and warm. One more breath cycle. Tadasana. Good. Roll the shoulders. And swing the head. Finding center, Tadasana pose. Inhale, chair. Sit down, reach up if it's there, and then fold Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Hands to floor, step back. Push-ups or chaturanga. Finding your back bend. And meet Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the right leg up. One breath, inhale, exhale, step it forward. Inhale, stand up, warrior pose, sink into the front knee. Inhale, reach at the ceiling. Exhale, lean forward. Pick it up. Use the breath, fold over, reach, up, and hover. Good, to the top. Right back down, chaturanga. Step back. A push up or not. To downward dog. Left side, lift the left. Exhale, sweep forward, step the foot. Rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hover forward. Pick it up. Hover. Lower that front leg. Good. Up. And hover. To the ceiling. And chaturanga. Finding downward dog or another resting pose. Downward dog is definitely secondary rest here. If you're loving it and loving the heat, stay with it. Take another breath. Make it big. Look at your hands. Left foot leads. Step, step. Half lift. Uttanasana, fold, maybe pull down, and then chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand, Tadasana. We go right into the last one. Inhale, chair. Exhale, dive forward, fold. Half lift, lengthen, and hands to the floor. Your chaturanga dandasana. This is our last round through. Downward dog, we meet here. Good. Couple breaths, reach up, right leg, inhale. Step it forward, warrior pose, rise up. All right, I'm inviting you, make it a little harder. Lift the front heel off the floor, got a little calf work there. Inhale, reach up and hover, this time send the arms back. They reach behind you. Good, inhale, up. And hover, fly forward. One more, up. And fly. Back to the top. Heel drops, chaturanga. Step it back. Finding those push-ups or right into your back bend. We meet in downward dog. Left side, inhale, lift it. Exhale, step forward. Arms reach up. We sink into the front knee. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, lift the heel, hover and fly the arms back. Back up. And sweep. One more. And sweep. Beautiful. Back up. Heel drops. Chaturanga. Taking those push-ups. Last time here. To your back bend. And hanging in down dog. We have 3 to 5 big breaths here, depending on how slow you can take the inhale and exhale. One more breath cycle. Exhale, release. Look forward and hop to the front. Give it a try. Butt stays high. Nice. Yeah, there you go, Dakota. Inhale, half lift. Fold it down. Chair pose. Utkatasana here. We hold and stand. Good. Roll the shoulders. Take some breaths. Grab some water. I warmed up real fast. Finding Tadasana pose. We're going to drop into a chair and then twist. So oftentimes in that twist, your legs will tend to come a little closer together. So position them accordingly. You can also, I'll tell you that later. All right, so preparing for chair. We stand. Again, root down into the feet. Press up tall through the crown of the head. Let this feel stable as we prepare to take some standing postures and balance comes into play. Find a focal point. And as it shifts through the room, identifying new places where you can look to help focus. Inhale, chair pose. The hands come to prayer, heart center. Good, twist and face the left. So here your elbow traditionally comes to the knee. If that works, take it. If not, use the hand, and you can just kind of let this other hand float or reach up. In our chair, we're gonna step the right foot back so that you end up in a high lunge. Right foot gets a little lighter, step it back. We're in a twisted lunge. Windmill the arms to warrior two. So come all the way up and land in your warrior two, or Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reverse your warrior, take it back. And side angle, elbow to knee, top arm over. Good. Up to star pose. We're going to straighten both legs and kind of turn to face the long edge of your mat. Your feet will angle out. Hands to prayer. Take it down to goddess. Okay, we hang out in this pose. You can reposition the feet if you need to and feel nice and solid. Okay, we're gonna balance this star. So we're gonna reach out to the left side and try to shoot into a balancing star. We go left, move through goddess, put your foot down, bend both the knees, go right. We balance or try, back to goddess, hands to prayer pose. Straighten your legs, turn your feet to face the long edge. Inhale, open your arms, straight legs here, and fold it forward. Good. Okay, wide leg forward fold. This first one, just want you to hang out, bend those knees if you need it, obviously. If the hands reach the floor, no problem. I encourage you to reach through and kind of reach your hands back more in line with your feet. And bend your elbows back like a chaturanga to pull yourself down. Good, stay for one more breath. And slowly come all the way back up. Open the arms like a big star and back to goddess. Okay, we skandasana to the left. Now, I encourage you to use your hands and or maybe your blocks, depending on how low you can go. So skandasana, we go over to the left side. You're gonna bend your left leg. You can use your hands here. You're gonna drop your hips down. Now, if you can just plop down, which I'm sure some of you can, you're in for a little bit easier time. If you're not as low, it's more work in the legs, but you're just getting stronger. So hands can go on the floor. Yes, let's go all the way up and over to the right side. So use the floor, press up if you need to. Now walk the hands over and drop the hips down. Very nice. I need my book. All right, from your skandasana, we're gonna turn and face the back of the mat. Finding a twisted lunge here. Slowly rise to put your left elbow on your knee. So we've got a twist in the lunge. Step your back foot up to meet in a twisted chair. Inhale to regular chair and stand Tadasana. Okay, we made it to the back of the mat. We're gonna work our way back toward the front. So from here, sit Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands to prayer. Twist to the right again, elbow to knee. Step your left foot back. Twisted lunge. Inhale, windmill to find warrior two. Right leg is forward this time. From your warrior, reverse, take it up and back. And side angle, elbow to knee, reach over. Good star pose. Turn your feet to angle out to the sides. Arms reach up. Sit goddess. We shooting star to the right. Go to the right. Try to bounce, lift that leg. Beautiful. Move through goddess. Slow and steady. Foot finds the floor, shoot left. Goddess. Hands to prayer. As you inhale, stand up, straighten the legs, turn your feet to face forward. This time, let's take the hands behind you and grab your hands together. So you can lace your fingers or use a strap. And then fold over, let the arms rise overhead. Long breaths. Not worried if the arms aren't going very far, if it's comfortable or if it's more or less comfortable, you can stay with it. Maybe you are like, I need a strap next time. We're gonna do this again, so just take a little note. You can release your hands. Come all the way up, open to star. Sit to goddess. And we skandasana, first to the right side. So lean over to the right leg, the heel on the left foot, the heel is on the floor. You might need to make your feet a little wider. And drive it up and over. Use your hands, walk across the floor if you want to. Onto the left side. Turn to face the front of your mat. So we're going to rotate and find a twisted lunge. So reposition those feet onto your railroad tracks. Hands to prayer, right elbow to your knee. Take a moment. Stepping that right foot up to meet twisted chair. Sit up, regular chair. Arms extend up and then Tadasana. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders, move the hips. Take a breath or two. I'm going to try to give a little bit less, a fewer cues and try to talk less. And we'll just flow in that same exact pattern another time. So I'll still give you cues, obviously. All right. In your Tadasana, find your starting position. Utkatasana, sit to chair. Hands to prayer. Inhale, twist left, elbow to knee. A little conviction, step your right foot back. Twisted lunge. Big windmill, warrior two. Land in that warrior. Inhale, reverse, side angle. One more time, just like that, reverse, side angle. Up, find star pose. So toes angle out. Bend into goddess, hands to center. Shooting star, jump to the left side. Balance. Sit, move through, right side. Back to center, goddess pose. Inhale, open the arms, turn your feet wide leg forward fold, toes face forward. Maybe you take that bind of the hands or really any other pose with the arms, okay? You can grab the ankles. We stay 2 breaths more. As you stand up, inhale, widen those arms, sit to goddess, and have the toes angle out. And skandasana to the left. So maybe make your feet a little wider, lean to the left. Big, strong transition all the way up and over to the right. Turn to face the back of your mat. Find your lunge and then adjust the arms to prayer. Twisting to the right. Step the back foot up. Chair pose. Sit tall, Utkatasana. Arms reach up and Tadasana. Beautiful. Big breath in and out. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale and twist right. Step the left foot back, lunge. And on your next inhale, windmill, open warrior two. Reverse your warrior, breathe in and exhale, side angle. Again, reverse and side angle. All the way up to warrior two, turn to star, sit to goddess. Shooting star to the right. Find that balance. Stars, transition left. We hold for a moment, that leg is lifted, beautiful. Back to goddess pose. Inhale, open your arms, turn your feet forward, wide leg forward fold. Arms of your choosing. We take it down, 3 big breaths. Release the hands. Inhale, sit all the way up, star. Sink to goddess. Feet turn. Skandasana to the right side. Right, that heel is on the floor. Maybe you use the hand to go left. Up and over. Turn to face the front of your mat. Lunge. And then take that prayer. Elbow to knee or hand. Step up, chair pose with the twist. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana, arms reach up. And Tadasana. Good. Roll those shoulders in again. Step the feet apart, move the hips. Find a little around town. All right. If you'd like to use a block in a half moon pose, we're going to transition our shooting star into half moon like that. So know that you have that, and then you can put one at the front of your mat and one at the back of your mat. So that is ready to go and there. This is our last flow through Vinyasa. Inhale, chair pose, sit down, reach up. Prayer. Inhale, twist left. When you're ready, step that right foot, lunge. Warrior two, all the way up. Sink into that front knee, big strong open chest, reverse it, take it back. Side angle forward. Reverse back. Side angle forward. Warrior two, rotate to star. So you adjust those feet, arms reach up and out, big sit goddess. Stick your tongue out, lion's breath, inhale. 2 more. Good, shooting star. Reach to the left side first, so find your shooting star. From here, you'll look down and try to transition. Lower the hand, find the block, and turn your foot a little more. It's almost easier now that we can touch the block. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Stay with it. If you'd like to bend the top leg and reach back to find your foot, I invite you to do so. Beautiful. Open that leg back up. Transition back to goddess. Hands to prayer, bend those knees. Okay, shooting star to the back of the mat. First balance, then hand lowers to block. Half moon pose. Flex the lifted foot. Maybe you bend the knee and find that foot. Back to half moon. Transition goddess, sit down. Awesome. Inhale, reach it up. Open out to a wide forward fold, take it down. Maybe try a new hand position. You could put your big these fingers on your big toes or grab your ankles and pull. One more breath. Stand all the way to star, coming right up. Sit, goddess. Skandasana to the left. Lean down, adjust those feet. And take it up and over skandasana to the right. Transition to a lunge to the back of your mat. Turn it around. Prayer pose in this twist. Step the back foot up. Twisted chair. Inhale, regular chair, Utkatasana. Stand, Tadasana. Right into the next side. Inhale, Utkatasana. Our final hurrah. Hands to prayer. Twist right. Step left foot to the back of the mat. Windmill the arms open. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana here. Reverse it. Take it back. Big slow flow forward. Side angle. Inhale. Reverse. Side angle. Warrior two. Star. Turn those feet. A little heel toe action. Sit down, goddess pose. Shooting star to the back of your mat. Preparing for that Ardha Chandrasana. So reaching back. Remember, block does not go directly in front of foot. I want you to have a little bit of a tripod. So put your hand to the right of that foot. A little extra space. Maybe you bend the leg. Open up Ardha Chandrasana. And sit to your goddess. We come to the middle. Find your balance and ready to the other side. Star first. Lower, find your half moon. Block is a little to the left of your foot. Then the leg, if you wish, grab that foot, palm faces the sky. Open half moon. Up and goddess. Inhale, turn to wide leg forward fold. We prepare and take it down and over. Big breaths here. A brief moment of an isolated stretch. One more breath. Come all the way up. Open to star. Inhale, big stretch. Sit, goddess. Feet widen if necessary. Skandasana. Bend your right knee. Lean over to the right. Spider crawl or big move with the legs left. Turn to face the front of your mat. Lunge, railroad tracks with your feet. Hands to prayer, twist to the left. Step up, twisted chair. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stand Tadasana. Roll the shoulders, loosen the hips, grab some water. All right, we flow to cool down. Grab that block from the back of your mat if it's there, and bring them both back to the front. We find Tadasana at the front edge. Need a sweat towel. Whew. All right. Close your eyes. Tune back in. Notice how you feel. Notice what was difficult, what was easy, what was fun, what was exciting or new, how you feel, the warmth, the sweat. Open the eyes, inhale, reach up, or Vahastasana. Exhale, right hand to your hip and just lean to the right side. Big stretch over. Back to the top, inhale up. Lean left, hand to hip for support. To the top. Hands to lower back, fingers on the top of your glutes. Support the low back and let your elbows don't go to the sides, but drive them for the back of your mat. Take a little back bend. Standing all the way up, reach to the ceiling, inhale, and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And if you have your blocks, put your hands on them and step your left foot back. Drop the back knee, low lunge. You want a little extra cushion under the knee, you can take a side fold and just fold your mat to the side. Or if you have a blanket, that's great too. Lean into the front leg. Good. Take your blocks with you if you have them and start to straighten your front leg. Half Hanumanasana, half split. I'm going to stay elevated here, so that means hips are over the back knee. But in a moment, you'll have the chance to sit down on the back leg if you want to. Good to go ahead and maybe you sit back. We have a seat on the back heel. We're now in a more squat, forward foldy type shape. You can also stay lifted. If this doesn't work for the knee, stay up on the top. So we're still folding over the front leg. Maybe flex your toes and bring your toes closer towards your body. Long breaths. Slowly rise back. We come all the way to a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Curl your back toes under and step all the way back. Oh, I need my blocks. All the way back to the top. Inhaling to a halfway lift. Exhale, hands to blocks left, other side. So step your right foot back. Low lunge. Leaning into this lunge. We stay for a moment. Try to allow the hips to drive forward. Knee is more or less over ankle. Take your blocks and half split. Straightening the front leg. We're elevated in this version. Getting belly toward the thigh. And if it suits you, sit down onto the heel. You take that seated fold. Maybe flexing the foot, toes come towards you. Okay, take your blocks with you. Rise all the way back up, low lunge. Find Vinyasa. Curl the back toes and step to half lift. Inhale. This time we take our final chaturanga, hands to the floor, step to plank. Moving through your version. Maybe you do push-ups. I skipped those this time. Meet in the downward dog. Drop your knees in slow motion to the ground, slow. So start to shift through a floating table. Knees hover and they find floor. Good. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Flow back and forth. Allow the breath to guide you. And then add a little creative movement. If it feels good to go side to side or lean. Take 2 more breath cycles, moving how feels nice. Finding tabletop. From table, reach your hands out as far as they'll go without moving your hips. So your hips stay over the knees, hand, we drop to puppy. So forehead goes toward the floor, melting the heart down. If the forehead hits the floor and you want to put your chin on the floor, you can take that as well. That's a very deep stretch. What's going on there? Okay, rise back up, finding your table, finding either pigeon or modified pigeon. I think we did, I can't remember if I did this the other day or not. So pigeon pose, we bring the front knee toward the right knee toward the right wrist, and you're more centered. That modified version, you can either take a figure 4. You can also sit in this double stag shape with both knees bent and fold forward over the right leg. It is a very similar shape to pigeon, just a little less dramatic. And remember, in your pigeon, if you'd like to throw something under your right butt cheek and have a little support there. Wherever you are, fold it over. You haven't done much rotation in the hips, so go easy on yourself here. If possible, support the chest with a block or maybe your forehead. Let yourself fold down to be as relaxed as possible. Taking full cycles of breath. Send your inhale to a place in the body.
Where do you need that breath, that renourishment? Visualize that journey. Take one more full breath cycle. And slowly rise up. If you are in figure 4 on your back, stay where you are and prepare for the other side. If you're in a pigeon and you wish to bend the back leg up, or you're in that double stag, feel free to bend the back leg. Good. We're going to all release and shift to the other side. You can curl the toes under, use the hands on the floor, and I'll lift yourself back up. If you want to come through a down dog, that's fine too. Get the left knee up towards your left wrist for that pigeon, and where we're sitting on the butt, both legs are bent, and you fold over in that double stag. So getting yourself situated, finding a figure 4 if that's best for you today. Surrendering over, supporting as much as possible the chest, the forehead, the upper body as a whole. And again, full cycles of breath. Soften just a little bit more. Find something in the body to relax. Maybe it's your jaw. Again, check back in with the sensations, not just of the pose, but of the class, of the movement, the signals from the body. Taking a full breath cycle. Rising up. Maybe you bend the back leg if you're in a position that is prepared, has prepared you for that. You can pull the heel towards you. Okay, release the leg and swing to sit and then lay down. If you're already on your back, stay where you are, don't sit back up. And position yourself for your shavasana. If you'd like to throw your legs up the wall, I encourage you to drag your mat to a place where you can do that, or maybe use a bed or a couch. But finding your shavasana, your position for constructive rest. These final minutes of class, we find our backs for the first time. If there's any stretches that you still need, feel free to take them as you settle in. Taking several clearing breaths, arrive to Shavasana. Breathe out of the mouth and a big exhale. Let go. Be here, be in your space, on your mat, in your practice for these final moments. noticing, paying attention, and just being. Letting the next few breaths be a little deeper than normal. So to turn your head from left to right. With the head in the center, use your hands laced together behind your head and pick your head up, chin towards your chest. And a little left and right manipulation. Release the head back down and slow, find your side body. A little extra energy, sit all the way up. We find vertical. Finding any seated position, whatever that looks like today. Anything that feels fairly comfortable. Place the palms up the knees or on the thighs. Hands open, chest open, mind open. Inhale, take your arms over your head. Hands come together and pull that practice to the heart center. We'll bow in gratitude. Gratitude for the self and gratitude to one another. And thank y'all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed.